Good evening, and thank you all for coming to the 2014 Black Belt graduation. Let's give it up for the candidates, guys. I am so proud to be here tonight to celebrate and honor the 30 students who have earned their black belts in varying degrees. The theme of this year's test is Satori, the sudden and powerful experience of awareness and understanding. Some might call it an aha moment, when your mind is open to greater possibilities. This phenomenon can only occur in the present moment, yet the here and now isn't always comfortable. So we spend much of our time in remembrance or anticipation. It has been said that living in the past is depression, in the future is anxiety, but a Satori can only be achieved by staying in the now. This realization can occur at any moment. Sometimes nothing needs to precede it, other times it's brought on by intense pain. We learn most often the hard way that when we fight against what is, we only increase our discomfort. But when we accept and let go, we can elevate to our highest potential. The end goal is to be able to find contentment, even in the most unpleasant situations, as pain is inevitable, but suffering is a choice. While the Satori may still be a foreign concept, this test has not been short of struggle and pain. And yet, you still arrived at the finish line, more capable and aware than when you began this journey. You've experienced 5 months of testing so physically exhausting, there's been no other choice but to stay in the moment. When you're running bleachers at Mackey Stadium at the end of a 2-hour workout, it is impossible to think about any other thing than the task at hand. You aren't worrying about your mortgage or your upcoming math test, or maybe thinking about things that you might have done differently. It's in those moments that we realize what we really are and what we can truly endure. And we find peace in the most uncomfortable of situations. Only when we have our defenses stripped and our beliefs about limitations dissolved can our true self emerge. And we become aware of what we are, not who we are. Who we are is our story. It's our age, it's our profession, talents, failures, or perceived limitations. What we are is much deeper and can only be experienced, not explained. What makes you unique is not the fact that you've earned your black belts, but the fact that you willingly signed up to be tested and asked not only for the opportunity to thrive, but the opportunity to fail. So many people simply exist in a state of comfort and complacency, but you have all said, I want more. Throughout this experience, I hope you've awakened to the following truth. It's never what happens to us, but the meaning that we attribute to it. Regardless of circumstances, you can always find beauty and strength in every situation. I want to thank you for helping me to remember this lesson. It has been an honor to observe not only you, but your family and friends who have benefited from this 5-month period of transformation. Hopefully you've learned about what you are and where you're going, knowing yourself on a deeper level, but also your fellow candidates. Sometimes the greatest lessons are not actually experienced firsthand, but they're observed. And with that in mind, I'd like to share with you a philosophy which has served me well over the past year. And this quote by Eckhart Tolle illustrates it perfectly. Life will give you whatever experience is most helpful for the evolution of your consciousness. How do you know this is the experience you need? Because this is the experience you're having at the moment. So at this time, I'd like to begin awarding you with your belts and diplomas, which will stand as a reminder of your dedication to this test and for your development physically, mentally, and spiritually. But let's not forget the main point. It is never about the destination, as the journey is the real reward.